All right, guys, welcome to the show. So I have a new setup here, really digging it. It's Thursday, okay? This is live. As soon as I post this, it's right after I recorded it. This is live in the flesh, okay? Now, I just got home from a 2.5 month journey through the world, okay? I went to a lot of places, all right? Now, I'm still figuring my voice out here on YouTube. I'm figuring out what the audience wants. What is fun for me, and also what actually generates business, right? There's three things there that I care about. I would say the most important thing is the fun. It has to be alive and exciting and present for me. This is gonna be my creative outlet, this channel. A lot of the other stuff we do, it's like, okay, it's like a business, right? But I also need Josh to be himself. And I think that turns into a business anyway, honestly. But so, you know, so maybe we'll start with like more vlogging style or just raw talking, but eventually maybe I'll move to more detox teachings and whatnot, like I used to do. So basically, I finished a 2.5 month trip. I did a lot. Okay, I went to many different countries. I saw a lot of family. I adventured in the wild and in the oceans and beaches and all different kinds of parts of the world. And I was with my son and my wife, and it was beautiful. And I finished it all off with some deep detox treatments. I did aphoresis in Europe, okay? And then I also spoke at Iman Gaji's mastermind, okay? And I was the health keynote speaker for that mastermind. And it was a beautiful experience, okay? And I saw a lot of entrepreneurs there, and a lot of 8 and 9 figure entrepreneurs, just like the folks that I normally work with. And there's just so many lessons to learn from meeting a lot of these folks in person. And the thing that speaks really loud is this philosophy that a lot of people carry, that they are going to sacrifice today for tomorrow, and that they are going to just focus on getting rich. And once they get rich, that they're going to be able to buy their problems away. This is a really common belief system. People sacrifice a lot, their soul, their spirit, their adrenals, their health, their sleep, for some sort of mission at hand. Now, generally, when that mission is for the love of the game and you're just so inspired and almost manic with creativity, I find that there's not so much of a cost when you do that. You do that long term, no matter how much you love it, you'll eventually stop loving it, right? Because you're sacrificing your vehicle for that. But when you do it for money, I find that the biggest burn happens, because money is not what you think it is, right? So when you're chasing money, you're chasing an illusion. When you are deeply, deeply steeped in your mission and your purpose and you're overworking, it's still not a great thing long term, but it's not as heavy of an invoice. When you are burning the candle at both ends for money, that is when I find, when that's the North Star, that's when I find that people will have, it's almost a guaranteed trajectory towards a burnout. Okay. And burnout is going to prevent you from achieving your goals. Okay. It might not be today, it might not be next month, but at some point when you are on a predictable trajectory to burnout, you're on the wrong path. That I can guarantee you, because you can't buy your way to health. See, a lot of people think they'll just, when they get really rich, they'll just spend a shitload of money on stem cells and therapies and clinics. Guys, this stuff doesn't heal you miraculously. There's nothing on the planet that heals you miraculously. I've done all of this shit, and I've done all of this shit after already having healed myself, and I'm still like, I don't even think it does that much, a lot of these tools and technologies, right? Like, nothing has ever come close to the daily practice and the daily relationship that I have with myself. Like, my relationship with myself and my discipline and my discernment and my focus on my boundaries, my health, and my alignment with my higher self, and detox, right? Detox is part of that. That is the thing that heals me day after day after day after day. Like, there are no shortcuts. Nothing that's done to you where you just sit there and like get an IV. These are short-term bursts. short-term boosts, but they don't actually change anything at the root with the way that you're living your life. And the truth is, a lot of people are not living in sustainable alignment with what they're even capable of. Okay? But they get high on the fact that they're going to make money, and so they get high on the money. Okay? And that high can last a year, 2 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. Eventually that high, because where it's coming from is so shallow, and it's, for lack of a better word, luciferic, right? Ahriman, Lucifer, these are things that maybe we'll talk about more. Check out Rudolf Steiner's work. But so you're channeling, right? You're channeling the wrong energies when you just chase money, okay? So you can't buy your way to transformation. What else do I mean by that? Well, no one can heal your trauma for you. You can go to the best fucking heal. You could have $100 million and say, Josh, I have $100 million and now I'm ready to heal, and give me the best of the best in every single arena. You know, that's kind of my job. I just basically tell you to go do the best thing. Everything I've found is like, go do this, go do this, go do this. This is the best shit. I've spent millions. Here's the best shit. If you did that, and you didn't have a sense of desire and will and intention and a need for change and transformation inside yourself, you're not going to fucking go anywhere. You're not going to go anywhere. Yeah, you might get more vitality. You might get a little burst of energy from some of these treatments, but you're always going to come down to your broken baseline. You can't out-hustle brokenness and faulty blueprints and toxicity. You cannot out-hustle it. Eventually the system collapses. This is universal fucking law of being a human being. Okay? So buying your way to transformation is a total myth. You have to find something deep inside of yourself. You have to find daily habits and patterns. You have to detoxify. You have to get rid of the toxic avalanche in your home, in your products, in your life if you want to heal. Okay? Otherwise, you're just continually participating in the materialistic game, all right? And now you're trying to heal and you're just, okay, just give me the pill, right? Give me the IV. Give me the stem cells. How much are the stem cells? 100,000? Oh my God, that's got to fucking heal me. It's $100,000. It's got to fucking heal me. Doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. And you can be fucking dead broke and heal, okay? Because it is so much deeper than just purely the resources you have access to. Because you could, like, guys, when I healed, you don't understand what I fucking went through in those 4 years, and particularly at the very end. Credit card debt, borrowing money, like desperation, stealing from grocery stores, stealing herbs, like stealing literally like 10, 15 tinctures at a time, like trying everything and everything to heal. And I was just telling God energetically, I was just like, I will do whatever it takes to heal. Okay? I will do whatever it takes. I will borrow. I will go into debt. And I healed. Because the classic saying, when there's a will, there's a way. You don't have to be wealthy to heal. And you can't buy your way to transformation. There's something deeper at play in your vehicle, your spirit, your mind, your intention, your will, your connection to God, that is going to give you what you need. It's not so simple as just money. I have the money and therefore I'll heal. Because there's so much in between that. Okay, that's not understood by this materialistic way that people live. All right, so yes, get rich, and yes, like hell yes, business, right? This is one of my passions right now, but there has to be ways that you find for yourself that work and are sustainable. When you're an entrepreneur, you have to find ways to manage your energy, and you have to participate in practices and protocols, biohacking, regeneration, detox, whatever, as a baseline, okay? But then you also must understand your limitations. You must understand your energetic capacity. You must understand boundaries. And you must understand when you are chasing and when you're high for the wrong reasons, okay? Nothing is worth sacrificing today for tomorrow. Nothing. It's very, very rare that sacrificing today for tomorrow is the right paradigm for you, Okay, it could be for a phase, but it's very rare that that is in true alignment and not if you are that, you most likely are connected to deep wounds inside you're just operating from wounding. Okay, from not being enough, from fear, from wanting to please your parents, from wanting to prove yourself, and a constant seesaw of compromise and reactions to yourself, reactions to your wounds. Okay, so money does not always equal sovereignty. Money does not always equal health. If you are an entrepreneur, the time is now to heal. It's now. It's today. It's the second you finish watching this video. Okay, you have to create bandwidth for healing and for cleansing, for detox, for mental health, for rest, rejuvenation, relaxation, letting go. The opposite of the warrior crushing it, let's go, grinding vibe, you have to balance that. Everything requires balance in this universe. The opposite of that, rest, rejuvenation, letting go, perspective, vision, visionary, letting God do the work. Okay, manifesting versus grinding. You want both tools in your arsenal if you want to be a successful entrepreneur for the long haul. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed the show. Catch you on the next video.